nor never will again. Give me your willing lips, that I may taste the honey of the vine. Give me when I ask for wine, the cup in which your kisses lie. And if, my sweetest sweet, as love as true my love will greet, a greater joy than mortals know, within my heart the flame and glow. Though not so wrapped in godlike bliss, in his high halls of Jove indeed, when in his arms young Ganymede snuggles and lifts warm lips to kiss.
Go, happy rose, and weep my dear friend's well, not only now, but when his shining locks have turned to gold, though distant in that day. So from this hour, we are so proud.
Always be there for you, in comfort and in joy, for good, for better, and for best. Always to value your thoughts and feelings, even when they differ from my own. Always to be honest with you, even when that honesty may be hurtful. Always to respect you as my best friend, my one and only love, and my soulmate. In this life and hereafter, and never to let any man become more important to me than this our mutual bond.
Baron, this is my commitment to you, always to be there for you, in comfort and in joy, for good, for better, and for best, always to value your thoughts and feelings, even when they differ from my own, always to be honest with you, even when that honesty may be hurtful, always to respect you as my best friend, my one and only love, and my soulmate, in this life and hereafter, and never to let any man become more important to me than this our mutual bond.
With this ring I join myself to you.
With this ring I join myself to you. That's my faithful love.
Paul, you have made vows and exchanged rings. We are your witnesses that you are now partners, not only in our eyes, but before the whole world. Everyone here joins together in wishing you all good things in the years ahead. Be assured that wherever you go, and whatever happens, you carry with you our best wishes and hopes and blessing.
Ashley, on the table.
No.
This is one of the bigger nephews. This is just
Oh no. Well, you can see it on the front.
Zoom, zoom.
You realised?
Say cheese in the camera. Cheese.
Let's go now.
We pulled up in here earlier, came in, there was a boxer outside reception.
Yeah, that's recording.
It is indeed recorded.
It is indeed.
There you go. You lot all going on about that camera.
I know. I'm hanging out.
I mean, golly that.
Yeah, but you won't go as far as you would have.
I'll put it there.
Why, what's that? Where's the... Where's she gone to? Where's she gone to?
Because you want to go.
Be the green button. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but
Get the smoking's band on this paper. I've given up.
Oh, well, that's all right. Where's this one, mate? This one's just bring it around.
I'll give you going today. We'll see.
Good.
I do notice there's a theme. She's not always there.
over that.
Yeah, that's it. Got them in a sun shoot, yeah. Yes, darling.
Everything smooth?
Yes. Is that why you've left up?
Yeah, I have. I wanted to
There we go, we've got Sue in action.
Conversation to get back to doing a bit of carrot.
Yeah. Not really, because I've been taking my grandmate and I've got a granddaughter. There's my
Somebody you don't know. That's all right.
That's how many you've got left.
What's your daughter?
Jason, is that what I've got under the table? John was saying they worked on one bottle per adopt. This has got to be over 100 bottles, isn't it? Well, yeah, and then you said there's people like me, you can only have one glass. Yeah. Darren, if you don't stop it, I'm going to break your toe. All the way around, Jason. Jason, all the way around.
We worked hard on the whole thing. I mean,
They're not the one with the plate where they're I'm recording this though.
And I said, cover my legs.
This is atrocious to focus. Stay up. Alright, Jared. Your mum's looking for you.
That's a Valentine, you don't want to hold video with me. I was just phoning my friend Sam. I was phoning my friend Sam, who's going to take me home. All I did was phone her and say we're going to pick her up. She's going to look after me.
Get out of the way. Oh, we found the autofocus button.
Thank you, I knew you would, Brian. You was dying for a drink and I must have missed out.
Well, in that case, I'll have another chocolate plate. Oh, I'll have one.
Should parents were planning to come round and play games at our house tonight as well?
Oh, we'll do that later.
We come back here to about
Got Susan. They're just grabbing the bottle, going glug, 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 glug. I'll do it. I'll just have speech.
He's coming to the party later.
And everybody here does it. It's my pleasure, as Barry's father, to give the opening speech. They wanted me to carry on for an hour, but I said no. Anyway, I've known Barry all his life. Telling you was no thing. I've known him for 8 years, and I'm very pleased I have, because he's been very welcome to the family. And I won't say welcome to the family now, but he's been welcome since years ago. And I think that Daniel and Barry are well. And in fact, I thought that with the ladies. I did. We have done all of our mouths and said everything we wanted to say about it. Thank you, Douglas. Believe it or not, I have not prepared this. And yeah, we'll go on a bit longer, but I won't. So I'll give you a toast to Barry and Dan.
I hate speaking the same as Don, but I'll try and say a few words. All I can say is today that I'm exceptionally proud of my son. And they've been together 7 years, which I think is quite a long time. And they got over the 7-year itch. said that as far as I'm concerned, Barry has been part of my life. I love the family for all those things. I love him dearly. He's been a great son-in-law. I need to confide in him at any time. He's always been there with me.
Yeah, when they go. It was lovely.
I would also like to say, on behalf of Daniel and my daughter as well, because I've never had a chance to say this on an occasion like this, that their grandmother helped me bring them both up after their mother died. And she really would have been proud of Daniel today if she knew Barry and his family, had met them, and I know that she would really be nice if she'd been here today. And on a toast, when I finish, I'd very much like to say Mormore, which was the endearing name that they gave her. And I would like, if they don't mind, to drink to her memory. I'd also like to thank Barry's parents who always accepted me again straight into the family. And whenever I've gone down there to stay, it's been marvellous. And all the children, nephews and nieces, I can't tell you, they've all been absolutely sensational. I can't really say any more, and thank you all for being here today. I don't know you all, but I have met a lot of you over the years and stayed with Daniel and Barry, and I think it's a super occasion. But if you don't mind, I would like to do a toast to more.
As most of you know, you've probably seen me speaking at Medical School, public speaking is an intensely interesting and fabulous experience for me, which I find most rewarding, relaxing, and at home with immediately. Like when I go to toilet to rest, you know, at the end of the cliff top when I see a large spider. So here we go. My job here is to thank people, and it gives me great pleasure to read off my list of thank yous, which is very, very long. That's the list. First of all, I'd like to thank my best man, Guy. Not only did Guy look after me during, you know, the stag night, all I got was like handcuffs, these drag queens, my head put through a guillotine. Other than that, things went well. No
enjoyed it.
piercings or anything like that. It's also Guy's birthday today. Now as young as me. So, happy birthday, Guy.
Wishing happy birthday.
Wait to sing happy birthday because there's another birthday. Come to you in a minute. Secondly, I'd like to say thank you to Jules, our other best man, for doing an equally splendid job, not fumbling the rings, handing us hats, and generally being pretty good, looking after Baroness Stag Night, bringing you back all in one piece, just about. I would now like to thank our three gorgeous bridesmaids who all picked for their groomsmaids. Names, labels. They all had red hair when we started, but one of the little buggers went blonde. And it wasn't Chrissy who brought out the hair, it was the 2.5-year-old. So that's Louise, big hand to Louise.
Very nice. Friends said you like to get married, blah blah blah. Didn't want a religious ceremony. We didn't want this. We didn't want that. Oh God, you want to have somebody stand there, little big tip. You know what they're going to say? Who's going to do it? You know. One name came to mind. The mouth with legs. Mr. Douglas Slater. And last of all, I'd like to thank our two ushers who I didn't actually see in action, but everyone said they had them out beautifully. So, the race cars, as they were called, to Andy and Nathaniel. I'd like to make those who've come a long way. My sister Zoe has come all the way from Basel in Switzerland. My friend Matthias, who is single and German. Stand up, man. Slightly low, his measurements are 42, 32. Well, I don't know what the 9.5 means. Also, nice to meet you. These are the only words I know in German. This is for you. And not something. I'd like to thank Jane McIntyre, who Jason's married. Joan is my grandmother, that's the woman who my dad was talking about, that's her cousin. Yes! Sense of humour, the same kind of people, and I'm so glad that Joan, who is, I dare say, though she doesn't look it, and her husband Jimmy, who have accepted Barry and myself and made us feel very welcome. I've known Joan since I was knee-high to a sperm, and it was no surprise to her when I took my apron and said I was a hoof that she it means more to me than you know, Thank you very much. And the egg videos were great. Thank you to Jacinta from Ireland. Jacinta's the one over there with the tan in the bottom of the blonde hair. Colours and cost match, but that's another matter. It's another birthday, I'm afraid. Jacinta today, sweet 25. Sweet 25. So I think it would be now appropriate time to sing happy birthday to two people, Guy and Jacinta. Jacinta likes to be called Jessie, so again I think it should be Guy and Jessie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jacinta and Jessie. Happy birthday to you. On a serious note, as a lot of you will know, the people I'd love to be here cannot be. My mother, my grandmother, and also Barry's grandmother, are no longer with us, but I know that they would all be proud to be here today and say that I am their son or grandson. I am actually very pleased to say I'm amazingly sober, I am. That is actually on my list. And I'm surprised I can still focus. That's a doctor's training. Take a read out. That's very good. Thank you very much. Number 6, I would like to thank Mr. Cooper for making this the most important and day of my life. Last of all, I'd like to thank Harry for being the most gorgeous husband and gay boy he'd ever had. And his will be shorter, because it always is.
How do I follow that? Now is winning! Apart from saying that, it gives me great pleasure. It does. Seriously, I'd just like to thank everyone again and reiterate everything I said. And also, I would especially like to thank both our parents for their well-out marriage. Without that, today would never have happened. A parent can give their child many things, but unreserved approval of their son's spouse, whatever their sexual orientation, is one of the greatest gifts. If Sue is around, I'd just like to give this to Mum.
Yeah.
Praise silence for Dr. Guy Jordan.
Thank you. Pleased to hear that I'm actually starting to sober up a little now. Since I'm being subjected to 2 best men speeches today, I'll try and be as brief as possible. Good story! Firstly, I thank everyone for attending this excellent occasion. As best man, I think I'm now meant to warn Barry about what he has in store for himself. Since he knows at least as much about Daniel as I do, there's a lot of point in that. So I think I'll just get straight on with the defamation of character. I first met Dan just over 7 years ago on our first day at medical school. Whilst moving into halls, I saw this 6'2", athletic, fresh-faced, ginger-haired boy moving in 2 doors down. And I knew I had to meet this person. If only to check out his enormous equipment. is being mainly mine. Anyway, about 3 weeks into term, it was time for a serious chat. I was terrified. I wasn't sure how you'd take it. Since he was the first person to comment, I told him. So I sat him down. I told him that I was straight. He was thankfully very understanding. Thank you. What many of you may not know is that Dan was actually teetotal until his arrival at university. And managed to remain so the entire first term. When at the Christmas disco he decided to cure this affliction. Decided to cure this affliction by drinking a bottle of Pernod, any drink he liked, and downed it, the entire bottle. Sadly, we hadn't actually left halls at this point. So by the time we arrived at the bar, Dan made straight for the toilets and spent the next 4 hours. So on their anniversary, exactly 3 years ago to the day, he planned a little surprise for Barry. 400 yards out of the bottom station. Produced a box of tissues and a bottle of baby oil. And proceeded to christen the Lovex. This tale was deeply related to all of us over fondue that. After which we all avoided the Lovex for fear of ending up in a sacred starve. There's so many other stories I would like to tell you. There are. Due to strict censorship laws and not wanting to sing like a disruptor, still I'm unable. Okay. For all those that were unable to attend Stag Night, it was a very entertaining night at Madame Jojo's, where without any prompting, Julian or myself, the fact that Dan still refuses to believe, the drag act took quite a fancy to him and decided to take on stage for at least the first 20 minutes of the show. Dan, for one last time, it really had nothing to do with us, but it was anyway. Okay. Finally, I would like to thank both Dan and Barry for arranging this wonderful party to celebrate my birthday. Dan has always been one of the best friends anyone could wish for, and I hope we'll remain friends for many years. There's only one warning that I can give to Barry, and that's a reminder that many years ago, Dan did actually exhibit heterosexual he actually had a girlfriend when he was 15. Okay? Barry, however, I'm sure will be able to keep him on the straight and narrow. Beds and wine, I'm not sure. With that, I am going to end my dribble and hand over to not bad for a doctor.
I'll try and keep this as short as possible because we've all sat here long enough. When in the middle of last year, my best friend asked me to be best man at their wedding today. So I'm deeply honoured and thought I'd undertake huge responsibility. Unfortunately, their wedding was cancelled last week, so... Barry first met Daniel 8 years ago when as a shy, retiring teenager, the tender age of 17, Daniel joined the local gay group. In their infinite wisdom, they assigned Barry to look after Daniel, take him under his wing and provide some mature guidance. So I understand it, the main rule of the group was that you weren't allowed to sleep with the person on the first night. Unfortunately, Dan and Larry broke that rule. I've continued to break it most nights since.
True married couple.
I actually first met Danny and Larry 6 years ago when I was in heaven. And subsequently had to turn them both down. Over the years I've learned a great many things from them. The value of friendship, good moral standards, well, not that good maybe, and how to make the most of loving, which lectures to avoid in medical school, which maybe I'm too serious. But perhaps more importantly, how two people of the same sex can build foundations for a solid partnership which truly seems to work. For the last 8 years, and let's hope it works for many more years to come. Congratulations to them and I on their wedding today. I'd like to raise a toast firstly to Douglas, whose organisation and running of the ceremony earlier helped to make things run very smoothly and a beautiful ceremony. I'd like you all to raise your glasses to Douglas.
Just a couple more toasts.
Great. Thank you very much, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the evening. To the bridesmaids.
I'm the picture of the bride.
We're not cutting it, so take a photo, guys. No one's having any of it at all. Let me kept. It's for auction later. Who wants to get married next week?
Change the head.
What about the photos?
I know. I know. Mum, Patrick, Dad.
You got quite line in there. So what are you, a groomsmaid?
Sorry, this is taking photos. What's she doing?
Oh, right, so you just outed him in the middle of it.
Keep this from my mother, though my dance is not against the law. You can tell my grandma that's alright, cause she comes in here every night. But don't tell mama what you saw. Yes, everybody over here, please. Mama thinks I'm on a tour of Europe with a couple of my school chums and a lady chaperone. Just leave keep it, I would never tell on you. You wouldn't want to get me in a pickle and have her go and cut me off without a nickel. So let's trust one another. Keep this from my mother, though I'm still as pure as mountain snow. You can tell my uncle suits me fine, cause yesterday he joined the line. But don't tell mama what you know. You can tell my sister I don't care, cause she nicks all my underwear. But don't tell mama what you know. You can tell my brother that ain't grim, cause if he squeals on me, I'll squeak on him. But don't tell mama, please sir. Don't tell mama, Britta. Don't tell mama what you know. If you see my mother, don't tell her I borrowed the frock. Thank you. It's like being on Saturday morning television. Oh, don't shout at me yet, please. Right, could somebody please arrange to turn that next set of lights on, please, in order that I'm not working in silhouette? There should be a switch. Look at the men are all mesmerised, they're transfixed. Oh, thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Adrella. I am appearing here on request of the groom and groom, who are already consummating their union. Well, it's answered a question. We all had to look at the cake and wondered what it all meant. A stethoscope in the Titanic? But at least we know who's going down tonight. Well, clever tissue, please, because I'm a little bit overheated here. Well, good evening, everybody. First of all, let's find out who's who and what's what, because it's a rather unusual occasion. First of all, we say hello to all the children. I've never worked to children before, so if a naughty word accidentally pops out, just tell baby Jesus about it later on and do it. It's been a rather unusual event. A gay wedding. I've never been to one before. I don't think I could want to get it, but no. So, first of all, we need to find out where the normal heterosexual type people are. Could you please identify yourselves now so the perverts don't waste their entire evening trying to pick you up?
I don't believe a word of it.
Oh, did you hear that feeble attempt on the part of the women to scream? Puffs, show them how it's done, please. Do we have any lesbians? Excuse me, I am honour bound to do this next bit. Good evening to the lesbians. 6 out of 10 for technique, I think. 4 for artistic impression. And, well, so that's all of the perverts sorted out. The doctors, please. All of the quiet dignity of your beautiful ceremony this afternoon has just been ruined.
I'm sorry.
Over there we have Douglas, who officiated, and I thought he shot. A little powder on the bald patch next time, we'll see to that later. And weren't the lessons read beautifully? Who read the lessons? Anne, was it?
No,
Joe? Everybody pointed at everybody else and confused me. There's Joe. Joe read lovely, and you read lovely as well, Susan, and don't worry, nobody noticed you had no knickers on. If you're going to sit like that on the floor, I hope you've got them on now. I've only ever been in one once, and that was on the way out screaming. So and we have Athena to thank for that little piece of information, so you can clout her around the ear. I'm a professional puff, I'm here to stir the shit. I'd like to start off with a few impersonations just to break the ice a little bit. I'll do some impersonations of the royal family for you. I'd like to start with Fergie. Princess Margaret. And, God bless her, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. I hope you're getting a taste of what's coming up now, so if you're going to be offended, leave now, please. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say good evening to the captain. Hello, Lou. Oh yes, no
Shakespeare is
Tracy,
before.
right. Well, she came and stole him back off our table. We're going to work together on this. Right, well, we're going to sing a few songs, we'll have a lovely time, you're going to close your legs. When there's buffs around, it's no good trying to look butch and macho by going. It's just like a buffet on a plate. Who are you with? Oh, there's no need to look so pleased about it. Hello, Jane. Could you go and talk to Tracy for a few minutes or distract her? Well, this is Simon. He's going to be playing you some really lovely songs later on. No more Spice Girls. Put the next song on, please. I'd like to dedicate this song to somebody who'll find out who he is in the middle of it. Thank you. This is a song that we puff sing. I want a two-fisted. Two-fisted, and it doesn't mean having a fight. Double-jointed, rough and ready man. I want a hard-working, no shirking, a good and steady man. Excuse me, please, thank you, or you'll get kicked. You could be a backwoods farmer, or a digger in a ditch, or a prison officer called John with whose music upstairs. I couldn't give a flying cartridge. I want a two-fisted. Where is he? Double-jointed, rough. Where is he? I want a hard-working, no shirking, good and steady man. Well, he shouldn't be too fat, but then again, he shouldn't be too thin, and I sure as hell don't need a whacker who has to get old. You didn't hear that on Gin. I want a two-fisted, double-jointed, rough and ready man all together. I want a hard work. It puts some life into it. No shirking, a good and steady man. When he snarls, I want the force to knock the padlock from my door, and the breezes from his wheezes to knock my bedpost to the floor. And when I come home at 4 in the morning and I'm all dressed up like Astor's horse, I want him to grab me and rip off all my clothes and let me know who's boss. I want a two-fisted, double-jointed, rough and ready man. I want a hard-working, no shirking, good and steady man. I don't want a man who'd let his kids play with either snake or rat. I want him to drag in an American pit bull terrier and say, "Here, kids, play with that." I want a two-fisted, oh, John, John, don't look at me like that, please. I've got 9 pairs of tights on and I shall walk with the limp. Two-fisted, double-jointed, hard. Didn't understand that joke. No shirking, rough and ready man. Play with that, yeah. Keep going, you'll get tired before I do. I had a dream last night of the terrible double tragedy, and the Pope and Bill Clinton both died. And there was a mix-up, and Bill Clinton got sent to heaven and the Pope went to hell. And it was a couple of days before they realised there'd been a mistake. So they decided, after doing this, oh my God, switch them over again. So as they were crossing over, Pope John Paul was coming up and he said, "Oh, Mr. Clinton, where are you going?" And Mr. Clinton said, "Oh, I went to the wrong place and now I'm going to go down to hell." And the Pope said, "Oh, I went to the wrong place as well, but I'm going to heaven now and I am very much looking forward to meeting the Virgin Mary." And Bill said, Well, nobody can object on religious grounds, not in a gay way. Who wasn't here for the service? Oh, you don't know what you missed. Rub it in, rub it in. Oh, wasn't it lovely? Oh, it was lovely. We wanted to sing hymns. We had a competition. whose morning suit fits. I didn't mean it. You both look lovely. Now, can you guess what I had crossed when I told that lie, children? Oh, yeah, administrative. She's very bossy, this little woman here with the glasses. Have you noticed? Go in there, go there, sit down, drink that, eat that. That's Sue, is it? I think it's that who you organised it with.
All right.
Big hand for Sue.
All right.
Sue?
All right.
What are you moaning about now, Sue?
All right.
I never set the fire alarm off.
All right.
Excuse me, we're just finding out what's going on.
So, on stage.
All right. All right.
We'll take a vote. We've just been asked by the management whether... By the way, this is Ebony, the other drag queen. She's not actually working, she just does it for fun. Thank you. We've just been asked whether we will permit the changing of a baby's nappy in our dressing room.
No. No.
As many as say aye, make a noise. As many as say, oh my God, no, how hideous, you're never going to do it there for another week, go make a noise. All those who don't know what the bloody hell I'm talking about. I had to change a word there, children. Oh, isn't it a worry? Oh. Right, well, we're going to sing another song now. You might like to join in, because let's dedicate this song who had their union blessed this afternoon and have managed to dress in clashing shirts so soon.
I told you!
Excuse me, there's another fire. What? This is Ebony, by the way. She's not doing a show. She just likes to be seen and noticed a bit. Aha, Douglas, they're changing the poo-poo nappy in your room. Never mind, you're standing in front of John and he's bred a lot, so he can...
Thank you, thank you. How do you know?
Do you have any tattoos, John?
No.
No, I know already. What we want to know is how Puff managed to tell me.
It's that John.
And your brother has. Oh, I know everything.
Which prison are you at? Ebony is my sister.
Who's talking to you? Thank you.
I'm John.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the attractive, sexy John behind you. Go and tuck your shirt in. I'll leave you alone for a minute, John. Where's your wife?
She's there.
Hi. Which prison is it, John?
Winchester.
Winchester. So if they ever get caught with sort of something compromising about exit to Winchester. Right, the next song is dedicated it's dedicated to our two little... Who's the groom and who's the bride? Who paid for this splash?
Both did.
Oh. Well, we'll just have to stand by the bedroom door and hear you arguing about it later on. See, they've thought about it. This song is dedicated in a lovely, sort of a way to both of them. Thank you. Excuse me, take queued up wrong. I'll just parade around a bit. For those of you who don't recognise it, this is the Eurovision anthem. Just rearrange some flowers. That tape was wrongly queued up by Ebony because she just wanted her name mentioned again. for any parents of children who might be a little bit concerned that they might one day have to sit and be a parent at such a function as a gay wedding themselves. If you'd like an... Ebony, just... If you'd like an early warning as to whether your son is going to grow up into a homo spectacle, a surefire sign is that at the age of 8 he wants to stay up and watch the Eurovision Song Contest. We've all been through it. Do you have any Irish guests?
Yes!
Oh, hello. Well, you won the Eurovision Song Contest this year. Oh, yes, we've got 2 birthdays.
Yes, right. Jesse's the birthday.
And whose is the other birthday?
Guy.
Right, Jesse and Guy. Where are you?
Come on, Jesse, come on. Guy!
Jesse, do your roll.
Come on!
Right, well, just sing happy birthday to Jesse and Guy.
Jesse!
Happy birthday to you. Not the whole song.
Happy birthday.
You do it, Gobby.
Jesse, there's smoke the horn.
You've turned into a Dane. I was very hoping to scale, do it. The what? And Guy, where's Guy? He sounds more interesting. Oh, we'll do it for them in a minute. The only reason I mentioned Irish people is because they keep winning the bloody Eurovision Song Contest, but we won it last year. The next number, however, has been requested by our 2 celebrity perverts over there. It's a little song about Ireland and the Eurovision Song Contest, which I'd just like to go and change into something glamourless for now, thank you. Could you please put the next thing on? Thank you, Simon. This is Simon, he'll be playing you some...
In Dublin, yet more talks began aimed at solving once and for all Ireland's long-standing and seemingly insurmountable problem. How could they stop winning the Eurovision Song Contest? As the Irish faced the crippling expense of hosting the event for the 10th year running, there was suspicion that this year's entry was a deliberate attempt to lose.
Little faces of the children at the front wondering why my voice changed so much. Please.
Liza!
Please!
Liza.
explain to the heterosexuals that this is the price I have to pay for being huge on the gay scene. Piss all anywhere else, but huge on the gay scene. Liza, please. Thank you. I want to do one more number before I do Liza. Thank you. Thank you. Go.
You've obviously seen it.
Wrong order, wrong order, wrong order. Uh-oh, everybody go. Simon, you're a complete pillock. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Judy.
Do the right thing now.
It's oh so quiet. It's oh so still. You're all alone. And so peaceful until you have to look to die. Till it's over.
Very sister.
It's nice and quiet. But soon again starts another big riot. You blow I got hit as soon as they It's nice and quiet, but soon again starts another big riot.
I want half an hour sophisticated entertainment at my wedding, he said. Is it chocolate?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Who gave you that?
Diana!
Oh, yes.
John's husband!
John? Did anybody model for this? Look, it's a lovely nun. It's a wedding. Anyway, that was Ebony. Big hand for Ebony. Not too much, we don't want to spoil her. Now, unfortunately, earlier on, I never got to enjoy the cake and the coffee and the little orange chocolatey creamy things. I had to go and have a lie down because so much for trying to hijack my act. I had to go and have a lie down because I am 27. So I never got a chance to drink a toast to these two charming chappies here. So I'm going to do it now. I need a champagne glass. Has anyone got a champagne glass at all? Have you finished with yours? Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Barry and Dan, let's do it.
Champagne glass.
You want to take me cruising? On an ocean liner? To places I long to see? Well, with my champagne taste and your beer bottle pockets. Don't forget to write me when you get there in your rowboat. When you paddle across the sea without me. With these symptoms of royalty, well, with my champagne taste and your beer bottle pockets, I'll be having pheasants while you're dining with the peasants, dunking donuts in a diner without me. Make my dream come true. You just keep right on wishing, and all of my dreams will come true. You see that with all the accessories, and one of those accessories is you. Well, with my champagne taste and your beer bottle pocket.
Well, so much for drinking a whole bottle of champagne and people being impressed. Divorce, is there a lawyer? I'm sorry. Well, right, everybody get off now, please, because I want to do something that people might like. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do for you now an impersonation of a woman who's had a very tragic life. Her mother died with her head down a toilet and God put her face on upside down. Ladies and gentlemen, tribute to Miss Liza Minnelli. being caught. Or I'm not losing one.
Really terrific.
We'll enjoy it.
And seeing how you are, can I tell you something? I have a problem. Now wait, it's not a big problem, but it is a problem. It's my name. You know, I find that still a lot of people call me Lisa. Wrong! My name is Liza. Liza has a Z in it. Well, for instance, somebody will come up to me on the street and say, "Hello, Lisa, how are you?" Saying, "Fine, thank you," but it's Liza. Or somebody will say, "Lisa, what a nice hat you have on." I'll say, "Thank you very much, but my name is Liza, and that's my hair." So you can see what I mean. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out a final solution to this whole thing, and I think I've come up with the answer. Jack? It's Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S, cause Lisa with an S goes snuts. It's Z instead of S, Y instead of P. Simple as can be, see Liza? I'll do it again. It's Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S, cause Lisa with an S goes snuts. It's Z instead of S, Y instead of P. Simple as can be, see Liza? Now, if my name were Ada, I'd be Ada. Even backwards, I'd be Ada. Or if my name were Ruth, then I'd be Ruth, because with Ruth, what can you do? Or Sally, or Margaret, or Ginger, or Faye. But when you're Eliza, you always have to say, it's Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S, cause Lisa with an S goes snuts. It's Z instead of S, Y instead of P. It's simple as can be, see Liza? Oh, and that is only half of it. There's another way they treat me cruelly. How often I remember someone saying, "There she goes, Lisa Manoli," or Manoli, or Miniola, or Minoli, or Minoli. So is it a wonder I very often cry? It's M-I-double-N, then E-double-L-I. You double up the N, that's not new. Then E-double-the-L, end it with an I. That's why you say Minelli. Liza Minelli. It's Italian. Blame it on Taco. What can I do? Every Sandra who's a Sandra. Every Mary who's really Marie. Every Joan who is a Joanne has got to agree with me when I'm announced. I don't mind being pummeled or trampled or trounced, but it does drive you nuts to be mispronounced. It's Liza with Z, not Lisa with an S, cause Lisa with an S goes snuts. It's E instead of S, line instead of P. It's simple as can be, see Liza? Then M-I-double-N, then E-double-L-I. You double up the N, that's not new. Then E-double-the-L, end it with an I. That's why you say Minelli, Liza Minelli. It's easy, it's easy. See, it's lazy. No, Liza!
Ladies and gentlemen, your applause. Please receive Mr. Adrella. Come on. Go back, go back. Let's get Mr. Adrella. Now, do you want one more?
Yes, 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 yes.
One more.
Yes, yes.
Well, that would lose them completely. What a nice audience. How kind of you to insist that I do so more.
Yes!
Mind you, it's a special day for two lovely little buffaloes. Not that I've heard anything you haven't. Would you like me to do what makes... Man, you've turned into a Teletubby. Man, again. I'll do an impersonation for the children. La la. All right, then, well, we're going to do this one because I was actually asked to do this at the same time as I was asked to come along in the first place. So I'm going to sing this song for you. In view of the fact that you've got two very, very happy puffs over there, why shouldn't I be a depressed one?
Oh, oh.
Yes, you most certainly may. Come and dedicate it properly while I take my shoes off. And please nobody notice the run in my tights. Thank you.
Mum, can I dedicate this to you?
Oh.
listen to every word, because I mean it.
Ah, Mum, how long have you been a drag queen? Hit that button then, please. Thank you, Simon. My mum and I, we live alone. A grand apartment is our home. In fair home towers, I have to keep me company. 2 cats, a dog, a parakeet, some plants and flowers. I help my mother with the chores. I wash, she dries, I do the floors. We work together. I shop and cook and sew a bit, though Mum does too, I must admit. I do it better. At night I work in a strange bar, impersonating every star. I'm grieving. The customers come in with doubt and wonder what I'm all about. But leave believing, I do a very special show where I'm exposed from head to toe. After strip-teasing, each night the men look so surprised. I change my sex before their eyes. Tell me if you can, what makes a man a man? Round 3 o'clock or so I meet with friends to have a bite to eat and conversation. We talk and empty out our hearts on every subject from the arts to liberation. We love to pull apart someone or spread some gossip just for fun, or start a rumor. We let our hair down, so to speak, and mock ourselves with tongue-in-cheek and inside humor. So many times we have to pay for having fun and being gay. It's not amusing. There's always those who'll spoil our games by finding fault, calling names, always accusing. They draw attention to themselves at the expense of someone else. It's so confusing. Yet they make fun of how I talk and imitate the way I walk. Tell me if you can, what makes a man a man? My masquerade comes to an end when I go home to bed again, alone and friendless. I close my eyes and think of him and fantasize what might have been. My dreams are endless. We loved each other, but it seemed that love love lived only in my dreams, so unsighted. Yes, in this life I must confess, the search for love and happiness is unrequited. I ask myself, what have I got? And what I am, and what I'm not. What am I giving? But answers come from those who make the rules that some of us must break just to keep living. I know my life is not a crime, I'm just a victim of my time. I stand defenseless. Nobody has the right to be the judge of what is right for me. Tell me if you can, what makes a man a
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you can put any house. Oh yes. We'll start off with CC Pedestal.